Okay, it's all there. So before jump into today, do you have any questions, guys? Because I will be closing it quickly because I have to do some office work for the morning. So if anybody has questions, I can take the questions in the first 5-10 minutes. Anyone has any questions? You can raise your hand and I will try to answer. Otherwise, I think yes, Kajula.
Hi, Naval.
Hi.
Today in the group, someone mentioned that buying a bond market in the Japanese market something. How does buying bond market affect any of other stock market?
See, bond market is the market which represents the economy and the strength of the country. And people who invest in the bond market are much wiser people compared to the people who invest in stock market. Bond market is humongous compared to the stock market. Okay. Now let me open. And I forgot, like one of my friend gave me a tool to use. I just forgot that. So I'm gonna spend 2 minutes on it. So bonds represents like the ownership of a company for a government, for a country. Like for example, USA is issuing a bond. So USA will say, give me $1 million. I will give you a interest of, let's say, 2%. And the maturity is 10 years. Okay. Now, when US government has a 10-year bond, somebody from the private market, equity firm, funds, or any other country, any other outside external funds, they will give $1 million to US government, and US government have to pay them a 2% interest annually for the next 10 years. Okay. Now, once this $1 million comes into the economy, because this is the US government raising the money, US government will require the money to do, let's say, uh, social security, because right now Biden's focus on social security. It may be for the climate change. So this money will come into social security. People who are looking for social security will intake this money, and then they will try to spend this money. Some of that money will go to necessities. Some of that money will go to products. Some of that money will come to indirectly to the equity market. Okay. So if the government is buying bonds, or if the government is selling bonds, if government is buying bonds from some company, it means government is giving them enough money. So this is how the bond operates. Now, in case of Japan, I think I posted that news. Let me just go there and open the wow, where it is, emergency bond buying operation. Okay, right there. So in this case, what Japan did was, Japan government says anybody who needs money issues a bond. Let's say, for example, there is Sony in Japan. That's a company, right? He needs money. It needs money. So it says, I'm going to issue a $1 billion bond for 0.5% interest rate for a 10-year maturity. Japan government will give Sony $1 billion, will take a bond, which is the ownership, or like Sony will become a debtor for Japan government. Now, Sony has $1 billion. It can use it for capacity expansion. It can use for salaries. It can use it for growth. It can use for new R&D. Imagine if this was a bank, how that money will come. For example, there's, let's say, HSBC. I'm just giving a random example. If HSBC says, I need $1 billion, that money will come to you. HSBC can invest in mutual funds, can invest directly into equity, can invest in commodities. So if Japan government is buying bond, it is providing enough liquidity to the market. When you have more liquidity, it causes more inflation. And that's why the US government is trying to sell these bonds because they already have bonds. They're telling the companies to pay off the interest because most of them are getting matured, or they're stop selling, or they're starting to sell the existing bond which they have into the market to raise the liquidity. Now the money, if comes back, like if $1 billion comes back to the Japan government, right? That money will come out from funds, equities, and everything. So this money is back to the government, and now Sony has to raise $1 billion to cover that 1 billion, which it needs supposed to pay back to Japan government. So this way things happen. It's like the person who is issuing a bond will be a creditor, or not a creditor, will be a person who is lending money from the person who is buying the bond. Did you got that?
Yeah, yes, Naval.
Okay.
So basically, if government is buying the bond, means it is giving the money. If it is selling, means it is taking its money back, right?
Yes, like what Fed is doing is the balance sheet reduction. So
Yeah.
Fed is trying to get the money back. There's
Okay.
less money in the economy. There will be less demand. Less demand will mean less inflation.
Okay.
Yes, Tahir.
Hey, Naval, question on butterflies and closing them. So, two parts. One is yesterday you converted your credit spread, your bull call into a butterfly on Amazon, and then you had put a message saying that you sold on Netflix, and then you sold it. You said 1.6 to 5. I never saw it ever go up to 5. I saw it only go, I'm talking about the Netflix one, which was I think it was, yeah, it was the 250, 260, 270.
275 and 280.
Oh, you had done that also. Okay. So that was you had.
This was initially, this was 250, 280.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And then I asked you to do this and this.
Okay. I missed the other part. Okay, fair enough. So for the Tesla butterfly tomorrow, I mean, what is a good price the stock should be? So we've taken obviously the 210, 190. It's going to be somewhere hopefully in between that. But 190 and 170.
See, if you really want to ride this, you can buy the middle leg. It may be $1, at most $2.
Okay. And then
Buy
just do
that.
you
So
have
we
a
have one ratio. See, we have one option, two option, and one option.
right.
This will be most likely 0.
Right.
This will be 5 or 6, maybe
Right.
6 or 7. It may be 1.9 something. So this is 2. You can buy 2. Our cost was 1.9 something, right?
Yeah.
So if we take out 2 from 5.36 or 5 or 6, it gives us about 3 profit.
Right.
And if it goes down further, we'll have more money.
Okay. But you wouldn't, so you don't, your thought is not to sell the entire butterfly. You're just going to take the middle leg out.
See, if it goes to 190, then I'll be losing something. But 190 is still $18 away from where it closed. So
Right.
it's better like why you want to give this leg more money if you can buy it back cheaply?
Got it. Got it. So as long as you remain, as long as the charts and it's pointing bearishness, you get the opportunity, take the middle leg out, and then play it out.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Thanks, man.
Guys, if you are done, please lower your hands. Other I have to go and do that. Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Noel. So this question is regarding the same bonds one. So, for example, as of now, the US 10-year bonds are they said they are like paying around like 9.62%.
What they're doing about?
They're giving like the 10-year bond, US Treasury bonds, they are like giving 9.6% interest.
Who said that?
I just read it online by Abhi maine like I opened like the Treasury Direct.
Bonds. This is the bond. This is 10-year bond. 10-year yield. Yield is actually the interest rate. It is at 4.15%. Who's selling it at 9%?
The Treasury Direct
If it goes to 9%, US is in like seriously deep recession.
Okay.
Like if I go to Max, you will see this price went up into 1980s to 14. And that time US was in a very pathetic conditions. Inflation was in double digits, and it remained there uh, until Ronald Reagan changed it. And there were many things which were done in 1970s, like right here. They even got rid of the gold as a benchmark to print dollars. Imagine if you go to 10 digit, 10, US is done, man.
And I wanted to ask, like, is it the fixed one now? Like, when you buy a bond, they'll tell you that, look, okay, this is the interest rate this is the interest we are going to pay you. And like, if you buy a 10-year bond and it will mature in 10 years, so for 10 years they are going to be fixed with that interest rate,
See,
or it is variable.
look at these things. This is the 10-year bond. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the maturity is fixed. It's 15th August 2032. Okay, it start with a price of $100 fixed price, and it has a coupon. Coupon is usually a payment which is given quarterly, 6 months, or annually. Okay, that's the size of the coupon. Now, if the yields are going up, it means the risk in the country, risk in the economy is higher. So growth will be negative. So when that happens, the price is inversely proportional to the interest. So the price of the bond will go down. You will see the price here. It's in this range, 88.70, 88.95. It usually starts from 100 and then there's a change. Now, if you buy this, you will get interest rate depending on the coupon you choose until this period on the interest of that day. But you can sell it in the market, open market, and you can get your premium back. You will get this thing back. This is the investment. Now, sometimes there are zero coupon bonds, but I'll not go into those details because that's a little complex how to understand bonds. But this is like very basic of what I wanted to convey you. And if you go back to your class 10th in mathematics, you were told all this. What are bonds and debentures? Yes, Adi.
Hi, Naval Paji. So, following up on the bond question, it is I've heard it said many times that the US government cannot keep increasing the interest rate because then it will become very difficult for them to service the debt.
I
Service.
have not said that.
Sorry,
I have never said that.
not you. I've read it at multiple places that if they keep increasing the interest rates, it becomes very difficult for they cannot keep doing it because then the US cannot service its debt.
They are
That
not
is
doing that
something.
even now. The current deficit of US government is through the limits.
Yes, so that is what I'm not understanding. If they keep raising the interest
Again,
rates,
Adi, why you want to understand the US government capital, what's the exact term? Capital deficit, what it has to do with the market. No impact at all.
okay.
Right now, if you look at US government capital deficit,
Not the deficit, that they cannot service their debt. That is,
how will they service their debt? They will have to raise the money to service the debt. How would they do that? You understand what is the capital deficit first,
yes,
what it is?
basically how much we get in minus what we produce.
Right.
That's negative.
So if they have to service their debt, where is the income?
Either they take loans.
That they don't take loans, they print money.
Well, they buy bonds. That could be one.
No, they print money. If you're
Okay.
buying a bond, you have to pay money.
Okay, so why does raising the interest rate make it difficult for them to service?
It doesn't. Interest rate actually brings them more money because they're cutting down on the liquidity. That liquidity goes to Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve is the entity which prints the money. So it goes back to the government. It cleans off their borrowing.
Increasing the interest rate.
Yes. So I really don't know where you read it.
Okay, I will send it to you
But again,
exactly
like,
what it
has
was,
no
and
impact
maybe we can
whatsoever on the
take it
market.
later. Yeah.
It is totally not related.
Okay.
And the same thing, like people talk about midterm. There's nothing like midterms. Just take that thing out. Stop reading these articles and stop watching CNBC. Anybody and everybody who goes there, they get money to speak whatever they want. Understand it's a capitalist economy. They will give you what they want. It's right or wrong. They will not tell you. They will just tell you what they want to tell you. Like everybody was talking about Roblox, Shopify, this and that. Where are those analysts? Where are those CNBC people? And this Gary Black, who is keep on saying that 6 to 12 months target of Tesla is 500, 800. Where is that 800? I've not seen that. So try to look into the facts. If you cannot look beyond the facts, you will end up in a very confused state and you will not be able to make an appropriate decision. So focus on what you see in front of you. Do not trust anybody. Simple. Anyone else? Otherwise, I'll start the nightly analysis. And I'll not be taking any more questions once I'm starting because I have to do my work as well. So I'm asking last time if anybody has any questions, otherwise I'll start. Yes, Kajala.
Naval, tomorrow we have some news, right, related to job information and all. So, any thoughts on that? We can talk.
Let's check that. Where is the calendar? Tools, economic calendar. See, sometimes you will find me saying very harsh words, but me saying harsh word is much better than you getting ripped off from your money. It's your money. You spend good amount of time to uh, gain that, so do not lose it. Jobless claims is there, uh, and manufacturing. So manufacturing will be much more important as compared to jobless claims. Plus, we are going to have existing home sales at 10 o'clock. If we get like, let's see what's the expectation of manufacturing. Manufacturing, they are expecting a forecast of degrowth of 5%. It means they're expecting a gain from minus 9.9 to minus 5. So they're expecting some gain on it. If we see a gain, then it will push Fed that yes, everything is going smooth. There's no need for worrying. If it is more negative, like it's like minus 7, minus 8, then yes, Fed has to think that yes, things are slowing down. Job market is slowing down. With respect to the initial jobless claim, if they increase substantially, yes, it will tell Fed that yes, now people are losing jobs and economy is slowing, and they will consider a 50 basis point hike as compared to 75. So it will make a case for it. All right. Okay. So it's 10:34. Right now, I posted one information that yes, ES can go below 37. Let me just remove these things. Yes. So now we are below 36.90, which is the 12 EMA. And if like right now the day is open for the future, if we cannot retrace it back, like today is not a clean day, but almost a bearish engulfing day. The same thing like which we were talking. Every 2 days or 3 days, it's followed with a big red candle. So green candle followed by red candle, followed by green candle, red candle, followed by a green by red. If we hold this area, and again at 8:30 in the morning, if we have something positive from these economic numbers, we might bounce and we might try to test 37.35 and again this 37.80 area. And you see why it is getting rejected, because 34 EMA is very strong resistance and the trend line is also coming down the slope. So these two areas are really tough to crack. This is like 2 days from today. Not it's yesterday, and this is today. It did not make a new high. And if I go back to my sheet, my goal was that I want to buy above 37.80, which never happened. Right. And this happened in the evening. It was 37.60 something when we were talking 37.62. And then once it lost 37.45, it tested 3,700 and never came back. And that's why I said it is a 50-50% game, because I'm not sure where we are heading. Same thing is for triple Q. The moment it lost 274, it went down. With NQ 11,300, it lost, it went down. So I am going to keep very things clear that we did made a lower high and a lower low. You need to just keep this in mind. We could not cross the new high. We made a new low. So that's the first part. Lower low and lower high. This is a new which we made. We made bearish engulfing, and I will recommend anybody who is preparing their level, note down these points. because this is going to help you in the real market. Now it's a bearish engulfing on the daily candle and rejection by 34 EMA, testing 12 EMA. And these are the facts. It got rejected. It's closed above 12. Right now we are 20 points down, but it lost that in between. So I'm gonna see if it comes back above this or not. And I gave you 36.75 level because I wanted to see if I can break the low of today. It came close to it, 36.77, and then bounced right from it. So a break here will give me 36.60, and then 36.60 is like a big strong wall. If you lose it, then we lost the entire momentum. Then the momentum which was developed right here, it will get lost, and then we can fall towards the 3400, which is the pre-COVID high, 33.97. That thing is still open and it's available to be tested. So the idea is avoid, like it's not positive anymore, it's neutral. I would only buy this again. I would only try to buy this if I go above 37.30. I'm not buying it anytime below. And again, we are 20 points down, so it's practically 37.09, which was zero. But even then, I want 37.30 to cross. I want to keep 37.10 as my stop loss. Why I'm taking 37.10? I'll show you. This is the open price, 37.06. This and this was the closing price here, 37.02. 37.02, 37.06. We have a small vacuum. Here it will act as a good resistance. But if it goes up, it will also act as good support. So try to understand this logic. Again, this is a logic which you will not find on internet. If you have your close and your open, and there is a gap between them, open and the close, the previous close will act as a vacuum. If you test that vacuum floor, it is going to give you support. If you break that vacuum floor, it is going to give you a good resistance. Right now, we have broken that floor. So 37.05 or 37.06, I just rounded off to 37.10, is a vacuum which needs to be filled. On the short side, that 37.05 is a good area to short. I'll just make it round. Let's make it 37.20. Here you can sell below the 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 36.92. So let's make it 36.90. Round it off. Where it can go. First area is 36.75 and 60. 36.60. Second area is 36.35. All these factors are there. So I'm going to increase the percentage to 60. There's no factor here to hold it. If it bounces, then there's many ifs and buts here. So this is gone. The possible will be 37.35 and 37.80. 40%. Let's go to NQ now. And you see NQ is trying to hold this area. It lost the 12 EMA for sure. Had a bearish engulfing. So let's make that point first. It's a bearish engulfing. It's inside day as well. Lost 12 EMA. And testing the long-term channel. So it's a make or break area for long-term channel. It's a make or break area. So I think I'm gonna give some strength here because it is tested very well. If it has to bounce, this is the area to bounce. 1068 should be a area. 1068 for shorting and for as well for long. 1068. Where we should go long? We should go long if we can recapture 12 EMA, which is 100 points from here. 11,150. Where we can go next? We can go next to 11,300. 20 and 11,550. This is again neutral. This can happen if we have something positive from the economic numbers or something overnight happens, because these days the big moves are happening overnight. But I'm giving it still 50%. ESM 4060, NQ I'm still 50-50. Or I'll go with 4060 as well. It's better to go with 4060 because right now it has so many factors which are not working for it. Once it goes down, this is the area 11,000. Sell below 11,000. You see, this is we do not have any support. Next support comes at 11,700. Not 10,700. And then this is the channel support, which is 10,400. And I'm telling you, if Apple fails, which is very high likely, it's gonna fail, similar to what Tesla did. And if anybody of you were on the call, we clearly identified what the black box was showing and what the charts were showing. It was clearly showing that yes, the calls were sold and the puts were sold as well. And then we saw that yes, the stock is in between. Now in the morning, those options will be closed and the guy will eat premium on both sides. Triple Q. Same thing, losing the 12 EMA. It is not a bearish engulfing. It lost an important area. Now it is setting up. If you take it like it is setting up for inverted head and shoulders as well. If it bounces from here, again, if it loses, we're gonna become M and go down. So this trend line is really, really important. This is around 266 level. Come on. So 266 is a stop loss for the longs. And 270 is the stop loss for the shorts, which is the 12. You can sell on rise. $268, $269. Target is 266 and then 262. 266 and 262. Again, 60%. And in case of buy, I would only buy if it crosses above 270.4. Target is 274.50. And then 277, 276. 40, 60. So these are the indexes, and you can now see the difference between NQ and triple Q. NQ is already down, so I can easily sell. But on triple Q, I want it to go up so that I can sell. So these are the levels. Like if it goes below 266, again I would sell this. If it goes to 262, I will look out for the next levels. Apple, somehow Apple is holding. I have no clues why. It is an inside day. Like today, I did not do an inside day scan. Let me just do that. So this is okay. VMware open lower, same. It went high. Sikka Square open high, same. Went low. SC open high, same. Went down really big. Plug open high, same. And again, like you can set this up. It's a very small thing. It's totally a very simple scanner which can be used by anybody. Tesla has their, Nvidia has their, Apple is not showing that. Okay. Maybe the volume today is much more because inside day is, so I'm gonna partial inside day. Positive if it goes above 145.60 only, then stop loss is 143. I'm still gonna give it for 40%. Target is 148, 34 EMA and 150. So that's there. On the downside, if it loses 143, if it loses 143, then stop loss is 144. Test area is 140.6 and 137.50. It is high probability now on Apple. It can go down much more. AMD and Nvidia both, they tried well today to make a move, but could not hold and made a dodgy. So you can see how many dodgies are there on AMD. If you see so many dodgies, I think it's reaching out a bottom. So I would love to add this around 55, 56. I would say 56, 57. Stop loss is 55, 50. It's so many dodges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dodges in last 10 days. Showing signs of bottoming. Amazon this morning fell through the roof, came but managed to hold that 112 EMA. Made a lower low, lower high, tested 113 area. So Amazon is neutral now. If it loses 113, I'll be selling this. Stop loss is 113 by near 113, 114. I'll give a stop loss of 112. Target will be 116.25 and 119. Now sell below 112 for 107, 104 area. BA held really beautifully. It tried to break out once and it was showing some serious strength in the morning. It's a hammer. So it's a hammer on BA. W is there, but not a clean one anymore. So it's struggling. It needs to break above 34 EMA on closing basis. But I have a position in BA for the next week, 140, 145 spread. And my area is same. But this was really, really positive. Cat is making higher high, higher low. The long-term trend is also changing on it. And if you can clearly see, it's making a W. Come on. That's one W, which is over a period of 2 months. Or it is also setting up inverted head and shoulders. And this is the line. So possibly with earnings, it can actually do a massive move. Next week, it has earnings. So positive on CAT. Positive on CAT. Inverted head and shoulders. W. So today CAT was green with the market like that. Trend is changing, making higher high, high lows. Also, so that's a positive. Come on. High, 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 low. How everything is same for it. 185 and the CRM. CRM got rejected. It tried to break above, but could not. Has a gap to fill. So I would keep everything same here. Yep, everything is same. You can buy above 155. Google at one time made 103.50 yesterday and then lost. Tested the 12 EMA. Could not break the 34, tested the 12 EMA. So rejected from 34 EMA, tested the 12 EMA and near the good support. So if it has to bounce, 98 should be a very small stop loss. 98.50 and you should buy above 100. And this will depend on Snap's numbers tomorrow. 102. If Snap numbers are good, Google and Facebook will run. If Snap numbers are bad, Google and Facebook will struggle. Goldman Sachs, it actually ditched me today, really, really big time. It tried to go up, but could not. Still managed to hold about 34 EMA, but I'm not going to cover Goldman Sachs now I'm leaving it right there. IBM in the ER, it did a breakout. 127, if it crosses, I will only jump now. So if it crosses by about 127.50. If it does, only then. Stop loss will be 126. Target will be 130, 150. It's a good year. Microsoft is on the cusp of losing everything, making lower lows. Today it got rejected 238 and now it's 235.80. So 238.75 will be the stop loss or kind of a pivot, if you want to call it. This line right here, the blue dotted line, sell below 236. Target will be 229 this time, and then 226. Possibility 60%, and on neutral side, it has resistance 241 and 244. So 241.50, 244 by above 238.75. Okay, Nvidia was really good today. It's roughly an inside day, it's a partial inside day. I'm positive with a stop loss of 117.4. So buy about 12 EMA. 12 EMA is 120.50. It closed right on there. 120.50. Stop loss is 117.50. Targets are still the same. Oxy is a nice inverted head and shoulders. So a very good potential for Oxy if it crosses high and then break towards 71. So buy above now 69. Stop loss will be 67.75. And 72. So Oxy or crude, if you are positive, it's something which is really setting up for a move. Snow, it came near the stop loss, closed right there. I would just give it a better price if I want, but this equation is good for Snow. Nothing changes here. Tesla is my short. I already have a position short here. So I'm going to remove this, or I'll keep it in case something happens. So Tesla, $211 is the stop loss. $208, $210, $199, $189, 70%. Buy above. There is no buy above this. I'm pretty much done. I have one space, so you can give me any ticker which you want. And I'm opening up the mic one more time. One ticker, and then I'll be adding that ticker into the list.
What about Netflix, you think?
Yeah, Netflix is in the mood. Will not be able to catch it. Problem is that there's a very big gap, and the cup and handle, which is right here, worked out. I've been calling this cup and handle. It's working out, and there's a massive move up. But again, with the market, the premiums are really high. It will be really quick to move. That's why I was.
What about LRCX?
Again, there is companies which have posted results. It's not easy to see how they're going to respond in the life.
Yeah, makes sense.
Are you open to looking at RK? Like, even though it's an ETF, it's is that something that you would?
Which ETF?
ARK K.
That's ARK.
ARKK.
You are a Cathy Wood fan.
No, I've been shorting her since 130, so I made a lot of money.
I've been recommending to screw her since like last year. It rejected right from my top. It's like at the bottom. It's still making a bear flag. Now, there's nothing left here to make money.
How about Costco, Naval?
Maybe Costco. Let's see Costco. Costco is making a head and shoulders. Very clean head and shoulders. You can see it, right?
Yeah.
I do not have to explain anything on Costco. But the earnings are far. But in this kind of market, like, it may not give up easily.
Okay.
So
And how about Caterpillar?
it's already there. It's added.
Okay. Okay.
It's not able to get back about 12 EMA.
Raji, QCOM?
QCOM, yes, it's a good stock.
QCOM or TSM?
So I already included like AMD, NVIDIA. That's why I was reluctant to add
Okay.
QCOM. But Costco, I'm just adding it here because if it bounces above 471, it has potential. Stop loss is very small. So let's add Costco. I'm giving it neutral. And stop loss is 469. And logic is to buy above the 12 EMA, which is 471.50. And we have a gap here, 481. So 476, 481, 60%. Now, if market tomorrow goes down, I'll be looking to short 3 companies. Apple, I just want it to be in hundreds. I want to see this company go down. I want to see CNM go down. I want to see Microsoft go down. If I have to go long, I will go long on NVIDIA. I'll go long on BA. All right.
Naval, any thoughts on Meta?
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Okay.
I hope you're not working for it.
No.
Raji, one question on that stop loss. Is that stop loss we need to wait for confirmation? We need to wait on 30 minutes or 1 hour, and normally what time frame you?
Yeah, I have shared this, like 15 minutes is the minimum you should keep. 15 minutes will give you a good idea.
Actually, today I entered CRM, but actually I waited after half an hour, then it went. It still didn't hit the stop loss, but
it gives you, like, first of all, it will give you some patience not to panic.
okay.
So secondly, like in 30 minutes, a lot of things can happen in 30 minutes. Because sometimes there's only one spike with some 10-point move down in the market, and then it recovers in just a few seconds. But if you have a stop loss placed, it will hit. So those are unnecessary losses.
Yeah. Because that's what it, today what happened around that 1 o'clock when the Fed was talking, that's when it broke that our entry point.
Let's see around one more time. 50 minutes. Yesterday we wanted to short below 153.
Yeah, 153.5, right? That's what our
This is like 15 minute. This is making a evening start. So if you entered here 153.5, that's the top. It went all the way down to 152. It gave you
right.
1% move.
Yeah, but I think our point was 151 was our target, so I didn't take a profit there.
See, again, this market should not leave anything unplayed.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Yeah.
If you see something is there, keep trailing. Do not lose it.
Right.
But it's hard to make money. So if you're getting money, please take that.
Yeah,
This is not a market which will give you like 100%, 200% straight away. So keep on booking. Maybe keep 1 or 2 runners. If you're buying 10, if you're buying 5, keep 1 runner. But book 75, 80% on your first goal.
Yeah, I think that's it. So it went back all the way again up. Thanks, buddy.
Yep. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And let's see how things goes tomorrow. I'll be in office. So I'll not be 100% active. I'm today. So
Naval, just a quick question before you leave. I normally, I've been seeing in the last few sessions, the overnight session kind of moves everything significantly from your levels, So, and then, how do you recalibrate at that point?
I don't. I just leave it.
You leave it. Okay.
Unless things come to my see, if something comes out of syllabus, how would you handle it? You leave the paper blank. There's always next time.
Right. Fair enough. Thanks, man. Have a good evening.
Nobody in this world can actually estimate it that yes, tomorrow is going to work like this, right? So if it is not working according to our plan, we should not react. We should ignore. That's why you see, I do not trade so many things. I trade 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 trades a day. That's it. If they work out good, if they don't, I'm just sitting back. The problem with all of us is that we have that chul that as soon as 9:30 is there, we should have our first trade by 9:30 a.m. 1 second. We do not want to miss. We need to control that urge. Once we do that, we will wait. And if we wait on choppy days, we'll save money. And on the full, like clean moves, we will make money. All right.
That's a lot of wisdom, man. That's really easy.
It's not a wisdom. I have burnt myself a lot.
Yeah. That's where it comes from.
So I'm just sharing from my own experience.
Thanks, man.
All right. All right, guys. Good night. I'm going to make this video public now so that you can watch it later on YouTube. All right. Good night. Thank you.